Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with GBHL James, and this is another hobby vlog coming to you a little bit later on the Monday because pure and simple, I have not had much hobby time. Now you can see this box in front of me. This is not Bayonne, and although you guys have asked me to do Bayonne, I have realised that with Stirling coming up, there is a much more pressing engagement. So all of you here, there's a bit of suspense going on with this hobby vlog, all of you here know that I am primarily a good player, and it's little known that I like a good bit of Rohan. However, when it comes to evil armies, I've not been so keen, and if anything I've just tried to pick up a few of the rare and cheesy models, mainly for when we were doing Middle-earth's Deadliest Warbands. So when I heard that Stirling up in Scotland you needed a good army, 800 points, and an evil army, I was thinking, wow, I'm gonna have to take some real cheese, because I've got Watchers of Karna, I've got Reavers with axes, I've got lots of Serpent Guard, I've got Fellbeast, I've got Shades with Orc Spearmen, I've got all of that kind of stuff, and I've decided that I am not going to be that guy, and so I'm actually starting a new hobby project which is in this box. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get something which might give you guys a clue, or it would give you guys a clue if I knew where it was. So I'm going to turn this around here so you can't see. I actually had to go and buy some new paint. Before I do that, I'm going to show you this. Now you all know that recently I painted the 3 hunters, and I was so pleased at the job that I did on them. I've heard that putting on a matte varnish is a good way to protect the paint. So if any of you have got any tips about how to apply a matte varnish, then let me know in the comment section below, because I've never used it before and I'm really worried. I don't want to ruin my nice paint jobs. So that was one of the things that I got. The other thing that I got was this colour here. Now this colour here is Doom Ball Brown. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to try and work out why would I have bought this colour. It's a colour that I don't have, it's quite a reddy brown. Have you guessed what it is yet? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe that this is the old dark flesh colour. Okay, the reason I've got that is because the army that I'm going to be taking up to Scotland isn't going to be the filthy Haradanumbar awfulness. It's in fact going to be this Isengard force. So most of this army, which includes captains, as you can see, these guys have already been painted, but not by me. It's mostly sword and shield Uruk-hai. It's like what we were talking about in the frequently asked questions. There are about a third of the metal crossbowmen. They are led by Vrasku. I would just like to point out that all of the models that you see painted, apart from these here, these ferals were supplied by James Squires, which is Mouse Fanatic, I believe. He painted these 3 and gave these for the channel. So these 3 ferals here are donated by him. Now the rest of these models that you can see all around here are actually donated from the Northwest Gaming Centre towards the channel. So this is a sponsored army. I said to Darren, I need some more armies, and I offered to buy it from him, and he said, look, instead of keeping on buying all of my models, how about you get these guys painted up for us and you can use them on the channel. So finally I'm going to be using this Isengard force. So I did have to buy a Vrasku here. I've got Ugluk in there as well to lead the crossbowmen, because it's pretty much going to be quite similar to the standard kind of Isengard army that we recommend that people go and use. So we do have Uruk-hai captains. I've got one in here that's got the shield and heavy armour. And I do like some of these other poses. I don't know what you guys think. So that's one of the captain poses. This is another captain pose, I believe, which I love. I really like that kind of almost sort of Greek style helmet going across the top there. Let me know what you guys think. And then there's the one that I don't like as much. I can find him. And there's alerts with the bow pointing down. Where is he gone? The one that I don't like as much. It appears to have disappeared. Oh, there he is. So this is the one with the heavy armour and shield, which of course is what I'll probably go for. We've also got the Uruk-hai Shaman, who is in here. If I can just find him. There he is. I do like this guy. Now, I've probably got about a warband in total of ferals and berserkers together. And I'll probably get the shaman to lead them to protect those. I've also got a third of the crossbows with Rasku, and then I've also got lots of just these guys. So it's not 2/3 ferals, I don't have that many, but I'm actually just going to use some normal sword and shield Uruk-hai. I've got quite a few of those there. Now, as you can see, all of these guys have been painted and not necessarily to a particularly great paint job. So what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be using some of this. So in the past, when I've stripped models, I've used Dettol, the brown Dettol stuff, and I have to say it is a messy job, like a really messy job. I've tried to strip a load of metals and some of them turned out fine, but if you try and do a bunch of them, it really doesn't work. So it's also going to be my first time using Fairy Power Spray to strip some models. So if anybody's got any tips, I mean, I'm just going to spray them on, I'm going to leave it overnight and then see if it just washes off one at a time. And hopefully some of these guys will strip down nicely, and then I'm gonna give them a good paint up. I think they're going to be quite an easy army to paint. I've been watching Damien's hobby vlog. Now to try and take this force up to up to the 800 points, I'm also going to be having this guy here. That's right, that is Lego Saruman. I don't have, in fact, I think I've got Saruman on foot. But I'm going to get a Saruman mounted. I actually really love that model. I'm sure you guys agree. It's a lovely model. It's one of those metal models actually that I would be a little bit gutted if it went out of production. But he's just in there, you know, just to remind me that I do need to get him. And also Grima. I might try and get a couple of Grimas so I can mount one on a horse and do a nice conversion. If you go onto the Shadow and Flame Facebook, there's some nice conversions there. And then that's pretty much going to be my 800 point Uruk-hai force. So unfortunately I've not made a start with these, and I've not been able to have any kind of real hobby time this week apart from going out and getting those paints, etc. But next week, especially if you guys have given me some tips, expect me to see me applying the matte varnish and also doing my own Uruk-hai mini tutorial, I suppose, using the Doomball Brown. So guys, as always, make sure that you comment, like, share and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this Isengard force, and happy strategy battle gaming.